wondering if you can get faster and more powerful with your punching, striking, kicking, whatever through weight training. The short answer to this is yes, you can. The long answer is should you? Okay, let's get into this video, guys. First of all, if you're new to this channel, please take the time to subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss out on any new videos. So if you haven't checked out my recent beginner sparring series, part 1 and part 2, I made a playlist. I'll link it above here. Make sure you check those out as well. It's relevant to this video. Is it relevant to this video? Well, look at, guys, okay? You can do weight training. You could even do a lot of padding or punching the air like I'm doing right here, or whatever. You can do a lot of punch training, but at the end of the day, if you're not sparring, you are not really gonna have effective striking for fighting. I mean, you can see that in my series video, guys, part 1 and part 2. Klaus had never sparred before. The first time he sparred, he got hurt. The second time he sparred, he got hurt. What do you think is gonna happen if you guys get into a fight and you've never sparred and you never performed under pressure? You're gonna get hurt. I mean, it's common sense, right? 1 + 1 = 2. Do these exercises, your basics in striking should already be solid. If you're a tense striker, if your punches are tense, your kicks are tense, make sure that you don't do these because it's not gonna help you get faster if you're tense. If you're tense, you're not gonna really develop speed, which in turn means you're not really gonna develop power, because at the end of the day, speed does make power. Speed together with weight, relaxation, and concentration is what makes power. So if you don't have this, if you're not able to strike fast, or at least in a relaxed manner, don't start the weight training because you're not ready for it yet. Weight training can also slow you down. I will talk about that at the end of the video, guys. So stick to the end to watch that part of the video. So first of all, guys, you guys are going to get into a fighting stance, which one that is. If you have a low guard, you're going to start in a low guard. If you're looking for the kickboxing stance, you can start from a kickboxing stance. In this case, we're going to start with the jab. You're still working on jab, so this is how I develop power and speed with my punches. It's just one of the exercises. So you want to put it towards the hip level, right here, okay? Then you want to look as close as you can to the machine. You want to go into your guard. You want to visualize where you're punching, okay? Then you want to lift it up. So here I'm already lifting it here. Here I should already feel it. From fighting guard, I'm going to step forward with the left leg, a little step, and I'm going to stretch my arm and twist. Go back and repeat for reps. 1, 2, 3, 6. And make sure you guys want to do doubles. 7. Leave the foot there with the second punch. 8. 9. And last one. 10. Do the same thing on the other side with the back hand. So same thing, you want to put the same stance. Not switching sides. Twist the hip. Make sure when you guys are doing this, don't do it like a bodybuilder would. You want to focus on your punching. So instead of focusing on your back doing all the work, or only your arm, or only a certain part, you want to focus on the hips turning, back foot turning. Then you want to put your hip into it, and from here stretch and twist your fist. And then you have your punch. Go back into your stance. Very important you guys twist that back foot. And you step. Step, and turn. Step, turn. Make sure the same thing you want to guys go do doubles. 1, keep your hip, your leg where it is. 2, come back. 1, 2, come back. 1, 2, and come back. To make it more challenging, grab another weight and use it on the other hand. Ready? Up next are a couple of exercises that you guys can combine the first exercise that we did here with. This training right now that you guys are seeing, the first one and this one, is more of when you're first starting to do these exercises, okay? So I will make a part 2 showing you guys how I do it for myself. At the moment, I do it a lot more intense, of course. I will show you guys that in part 2. That said, as far as the weight training slowing you down, like Michael J. White, yes, guys, I mean, you guys have to prioritize. You cannot really have the best of both worlds.
being fast with your striking and strong with your kicks and all that power and speed, it's hard to combine that if you have a bodybuilder body, especially if you lift a lot more with the upper body than you do with the lower body. And especially you will double down if you on top of that lift the way bodybuilders do. By that I mean slow, controlled movements with lots of weight focused on size. If you do that, your body is going to build itself for that, and your striking inevitably is going to slow down, especially if you don't have the balance between legs and upper body. Your legs need to be stronger than your upper body, and there's only so far you can take that. If your upper body is getting humongously huge and you're trying to do the same with your legs, guess what? You're also going to slow down. There's a limit to how much muscle you will build and not lose speed. That's just the way it is, guys. Especially if you're not, especially if we're talking kicking speed, okay? The upper body, maybe you could probably get fast like Francis Ngannou or Mike Tyson if you have that kind of build, but you will slow down with your kicks the way Michael J. White's kicks look. Look at his movies. You guys will see it for yourself if you guys have an eye for that. Unfortunately, amateur people that don't have an eye for martial arts, cannot really tell the difference between, for example, Michael J. White and Scott Atkins. I did a whole video on that. I'll link it above. And I will touch more of these topics, guys, in the future. To the next video. Catch you later.